doing the verb. Cameron? Come on, man. I just wanted to say before, alright, so we'll go. I'm going to talk about what I call affirmative speech. What does affirmative speech mean? I don't know. I just made it up because I needed a title for this presentation. But I wanted to ask the question, what would it be like if the title of the book was Horton Doesn't Ignore a Who? In one of my many incarnations, I was a school teacher, and school teachers are responsible for helping children learn behaviors. One of the behaviors that we have to help our children learn is safety, among other things. And so a pretty typical situation is, I'm standing in a hall, a kid goes zipping by me in the hallway, and that's trouble. I need him to change his behavior. My instinctive reaction is to say, "Don't run, Tommy." What do you think Tommy does? He runs. Why is that? So I started thinking about it, and reflecting on what it is that I was really telling Tommy to do. I need Tommy to respect the behavioral rules because they're there for his safety. I need him to respect the kids around him. I need all kinds of things from Tommy, but I don't have that much time to tell him what he needs to do. So I had to really reflect on what it was that I expected Tommy to do. I knew I didn't want him to run, but that wasn't doing enough to convey what I needed Tommy to start doing. One of the problems that I realized was that I was using negations to try and tell him what I wanted. This little sound, the thing that completely changes the meaning of "don't run," isn't enough. Okay, 4th grade, so sentence diagrams. Not only that, but the word "not" is this little tiny, hanger on to the main object of the sentence, which is the word "run." So when Tommy hears me say "don't run," the "don't" just falls away, the negation falls away, and what I'm doing is talking to Tom about running. That's not what I wanted. And when I realized that, I realized what I had to start saying to Tommy to get what I wanted. Walk. I needed to affirm for this child the behavior that I wanted. It's not enough to negate his behavior. I've got to fill him with something he can use. And that's part of the job of teaching. I don't teach anymore. Now I work at the help desk for Heritage Home Healthcare and Hospice. It's a great company. Come talk to me if you want to learn about healthcare at home. These are some of my intriguingly ethnic friends. I work with nurses. And nurses are really smart people. They spend a lot of time learning how to care for people who need their skills. But they work with computers. Computers are the tool of the 21st century, and computers make people feel stupid. They just have a knack for it. I don't know where it comes from, but it's what they do. So as the help desk guy, nurses will come to me and say, what can I do about my computer? The instinctive thing to say is, don't forget to charge your laptop. Don't click yes to strange dialog boxes. Don't close error message before calling for help. What do? Who here works in IT? The negation falls away and they do the verb. They forget, they click, they close, and it drives me nuts. Until I remembered that what I need to do is teach these people by affirming the behavior that I want them to do. So I had to change my language. Remember to charge your laptop. Ask yourself what yes might mean. That's a really good one. I realized that nurses will stare at yes buttons like they're cryptic hieroglyphs until I asked them to tell me what they thought it might mean. The result was happy nurses and a happy help desk. Over and over from the same nurses, and the nurses are learning how to use the tool they are called upon to do their job. And now they feel confident, and they feel competent at what they're doing. And when they visit our patients, the people that we care about, and the people we care for, that confidence transfers over to the patients, and now they feel better about doing business with Heritage. And that's better for all of us. Our society is becoming more and more specialized. We're becoming sort of silos of knowledge. And that means that we can individually do really cool things, but we depend on each other to fill in the gaps that we can't exploit because we're focusing all of our brain power elsewhere. What I found affirmative language helps to do is to create connections between people who are really good at what they do, so we can teach each other what we need from each other in order to support each other. It's made a huge difference in how the help desk works. So some tips on speaking affirmatively yourself. Reflect on your expectations. Visualize what you want them to do. And then tell them that. And remember that people do the verb. Horton doesn't ignore the who, Horton hears the who. And it made a huge difference making that realization and the tiny jump. I'm interested in teaching. I want to talk about how teaching affects our lives publicly, privately, in all walks of life. I hope you will too. I think you are interested in teaching because you're here. Please get in touch with me. My name is Cameron Goble. Thank you.